What up, people? It's your boy Lil Rad TV. Welcome back. I'm about to be recording a video reacting to Liberty Hangout. This is a new channel I just found. So let's see. Let's see if they're popping. Let's see. Should be interesting.
Mean to you as a Christian?
So I am a Christian, but I also believe that every woman should have bodily autonomy.
Even the women in the womb?
What do you mean, woman in the womb?
So women in another woman's womb, does she have bodily autonomy?
That is a fetus. That is not a woman.
So, well, what is a fetus?
A fetus is a not fully prepared baby that cannot live outside of the womb.
So a baby.
No.
So what does Jesus say about human life?
That you should love others, and you don't. You separate.
Yeah, that took a turn real quickly. That's a good intro. I ain't gonna lie.
I also believe in no Nazism, so I agree with your sign. So what do we disagree on?
I want to know what's your views.
You want to know my views?
Of course.
Well, I'm pro-life, specifically I'm anti-abortion. I believe in a secure border. I believe in restoring common sense back. I believe that transgenderism is a very terrible thing on our society.
I'm here to hear the speakers, not this
Absolutely.
person.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like how she. That's a very, very good point that she made. I like how she said we need to bring common sense back. We need to bring common sense back, bro, because whatever is happening right now and whatever people are saying, let me fix this camera real quick. Whatever people are saying right now with this whole transgenderism and this whole, abortion and all this stuff, like, bro, like, we need to bring common sense back, bro. Like, this is absolutely insane. The how far gone society is, bro. Like, literally.
To the speaker.
Sure, move closer for sure.
And common sense is your big point, yes?
Yeah, men cannot be women, women cannot be men, and you cannot interchange that.
That is common sense. Men cannot be women. Women cannot be men. And there's only two genders. Common sense. We need to bring that back.
What you mean for common sense, as well as that you're okay with supporting somebody that wants to touch little kids, that has said that.
Who is that?
Trump.
Can you provide me proof with that?
Yeah, there's class action lawsuits where he's paid families off in the Trump Hotel.
Who?
Do I need to memorize names?
I would like sources. If
They
you're
always
if
have
you're,
the accusations, but they never have the proof, bro.
you're accusing someone of touching little kids and being paying off the victims, so then who is it?
Don't engage, they're against us.
It's public knowledge, and you're a woman at that.
What does me being a
It has
woman
nothing
to do with that?
it.
Do you not worry about a little girl, like being touched by another man? Like,
I worry about little girls. There was actually an illegal immigrant who just got picked up in New York for raping a little boy
They ain't gonna talk about that, though.
in a
They ain't
bathroom
gonna talk
in New
about that, though.
York. And he said that he was a woman and was wearing a skirt, went into the bathroom and raped a little boy.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you have these people changing genders and and you have men becoming women and women becoming men, it messes up the whole dynamic. Like, I know for a fact there's no woman out there that's very comfortable, that's absolutely comfortable with a guy coming into the bathroom and just changing in front of him. Like imagine put yourself in a situation. Imagine you're an athlete and you have to change in the changing room, and somebody that identifies as another gender is in that locker room with you, bro. Like, you're gonna be very, very uncomfortable. That's just the truth. But that's something that people don't want to talk about.
He shouldn't have been in this country. I care for those people too.
you have to keep the immigrants, but you just change your whole thing for that.
Yeah, no, this is actually a ploy so that you guys think I'm one of you. So you caught on to that. I don't believe in any of
She's
this.
smart for that.
Whatever.
Please don't talk to my husband. Thank
Oh,
you.
he actually approached me and wanted to know. He wanted to know about me, ma'am. He asked me. So you let women control what you do and who you talk to? Don't talk to my husband.
Nah,
Is he
yo,
your
that's crazy.
husband or is he your dog? Don't know.
Yo, she hitting the nerve, yo.
Or do you want to look like?
What's your sign say?
It says baddies against fascism.
Are you a baddie?
Yes,
she's
I
not.
am.
All right. Leave a comment below if you think she's a baddie. What is a baddie?
Baddie is a bad bitch.
Makeup though, you're caked in
What is a baddie?
A baddie is a bad bitch.
You keep checking me out. I appreciate in front of your wife
Oh,
if you
nah,
just like
she's
stop
pushing
talking about
buttons
the
now,
way I
yo.
look. Isn't that weird? You usually judge women for the way they look like that in front of your wife.
After what you
I'm
just
taken. My husband's also here, so yeah.
Shout out
So
to
you're a
him.
baddie, and you're against fascist. What is fascism?
Fascism is the far-right authoritarian with a dictator-like leadership. And personally, I'm not for dictators.
Okay.
And
In the
Trump
comments, can
is-
somebody point out to me how Trump is a dictator? Because as far as I'm concerned, a dictator normally takes away rights, and ever since Trump has been in office, man, I mean, it's only been 2 months, 3 months, right? But I haven't had any of my rights taken away. So let me know, like, how is Trump a fascist and a dictator?
is a rapist. He is part of the oligarchy. He is...
Yeah. What is it? What is oligarchy?
The oligarchy is the power of America settled into the billionaires.
Yeah.
And do you trust billionaires with your life?
Just I don't trust anyone with my life except Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm also a Christian,
Yeah. Good.
so that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I think
First of all,
maybe-
if you were a Christian, you would not have an LGBTQ flag with you, because that's something that is completely forbidden in Christianity. But hey, I digress.
if we just realize we're kind of not opposing or so different, you know?
You and me? Yeah. Then why were you treating me so poorly and not letting your husband talk to me?
Is because I did not want things to escalate. Other people were getting involved.
Oh, okay. Your husband was being very, very approachable and nice.
See other people getting involved. We need everything to de-escalate.
Nah, she thought she did something.
What is your biggest issue with the Trump administration that drove you to come out today and protest?
The biggest thing that drove me to come out today and protest was reproductive rights, I believe.
And you said you're a Christian.
Yes.
What does that mean to you as a Christian?
So I am a Christian, but I also believe that every woman should have bodily autonomy.
Even the women in the womb?
What do you mean, woman in the womb?
Oh,
So,
here comes
women-
the question. Let's see what she considers a fetus.
In another woman's womb, does she have bodily autonomy?
That is a fetus, that is not a woman.
So, well, what is a fetus?
A fetus is a not fully prepared baby that cannot live outside of the womb.
So a baby.
No.
In a developmental stage, right?
Yes, but
How old are you?
22.
Okay, so you're not 73 and you're not an elderly person, right?
You are not either.
No, thank you. No, I'm not. I mean, I'm in my 20s as well. We are not elderly people, and we're not toddlers either. But we were once a toddler because that is just a developmental stage in a human's life cycle, just like a zygote is, just like a fetus.
Could a fetus that is the size of a kidney bean survive outside of the womb?
No, but does that mean that it's not a human?
Correct, it is not
That's
a human.
crazy.
Then what is?
That statement that she just said, that it is not a human, is absolutely asinine, bro.
It?
I don't know.
Have you had children?
No.
Okay, I've had 2 children. And so what?
He said, "I'm sorry for them." Nah, he's tweaking. Yo, bro, this guy's tweaking, bro.
And so what was I pregnant with?
You were pregnant with a child, but...
Yeah, pregnant
okay.
with a child. You're contradicting yourself.
But... That is...
I was pregnant with a child, and you say you believe in women's bodily autonomy. Do
Ain't no way. That's I
If
ain't
you
gonna
have
lie.
ever wanted to land a 100
Ain't
to
no way. That's her
150
husband, bro.
a fully remote career in as
Like
little as the next
that's the most feminine guy I've ever seen in my life.
You chose to have that pregnancy. I have nothing against
Yeah,
that.
exactly. You chose to open up your legs and let somebody shoot your club up. You chose to do that. You willingly laid down with a guy and you allowed him to have sex with you without using protection. There's literally hundreds of forms of contraception ways you can, have contraceptives, and you chose to not abide by that rule. So now that you have the baby, that you have to just, take accountability. That's a part of it. You gotta take accountability. But women nowadays, like the modern women, like these leftists, like, bro, they genuinely think that they should have a way out with abortion. No. Abortion should only be used in extreme situations where either the life of the mother is at risk, or they know that the life of the baby is going to be at risk when it comes out. That's the only way or only circumstances that abortion should be used in. But these modern women, they just want to be able to sleep around and then use abortion as a way to get out and not take accountability. And I'm here to say that that's not correct, bro. You can't. You're literally taking the life of somebody that is helpless. And they always use this argument that the leftists always use these arguments about, oh, it's not a baby, it's not considered. But no, life begins at contraception. Not contraception. Life begins at conception. Once that egg has been fertilized, life has begun. So this is literally insane that we actually have people out here thinking that they could just literally unalive something because they made a mistake. Absolutely crazy.
I am all for women choosing.
To do what? But let's talk about the choice. What is an abortion?
An abortion is not going back. An abortion is when a woman who is pregnant, but not, how many weeks is it, honey? An abortion, is it like, do you know?
Yeah, they originally wasn't 4 weeks.
4 weeks?
You guys are asking me questions. I'm asking you to,
So I'm saying,
to tell
they
me
talking about something they have absolutely no
you
idea
believe in
about,
and what
bro.
you think.
Eligible person here because you have the.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I probably am the smartest person here today. Yeah, so I
Yo, bro, she's absolute equality. She's class. She's class. She's class, mate.
appreciate you keep giving me compliments and like thinking about the way I look and stuff like that. I appreciate that. So what does Jesus say about human life?
That you should love others, and you don't, you
Not
bitch.
separate families and put them in cages. How about that?
No, but we
Not stop
separate.
aid and kill lots of starving people and babies all over the world.
Do you think that we should be funding transgender parades
I'm so sorry.
in
I
Guatemala?
can't hold this anymore.
See, like the left, bro, they never, like, it's always violence with them. Like, they can't sit down, and that's one of the major differences between the left and the right. Or people on the left and people on the right, is like, bro, conservatives can actually sit down and have a conversation with people that they don't agree with, right? They can actually sit down and hear other people's points and then proceed to prove those points wrong or have an argument about it. But on the left, bro, it's like, it's so emotional that if you don't agree with them, they don't even want to hear your argument. It's just, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Look at what she's doing. She's being violent. This lady's just trying to have a normal conversation. Yes, she's in a forbidden ground, right? Because obviously everybody there is at a protest, right? But to hit somebody with a sign just because they don't agree with you is absolutely crazy, bro. Which is why the left is what the Dems are the Dems. You know what I mean? Crazy.
You think that we should be funding Sesame Streets and Sesame Street episodes in Iraq? Should we be funding that? Should we be funding that? Eat the rich. Okay, so you want to eat the rich. Are you a cannibal? Please don't put your hand in my face. Please don't put your hand in my face.
I've been standing here. Go
Yeah,
away.
your hand stinks, by the way. I don't know what you've been touching. That's gross. It's about to, is that a threat?
Go away.
Is that a threat? She says she's about to touch my ass, but everyone else is telling me how Trump is such a rapist and stuff. She just told me she's about to touch my ass. Well, I don't consent, so please don't touch my ass. We're not going back. We're not. Does your wife know you're near me again?
I don't know. Go ask her.
Yeah, she might want to come get you.
But man. Oh shit, that's the speaker.
Bro,
Is this who the immigrants are bringing drugs to?
These woke people are actually like so embarrassing, bro. It's crazy. But let me know what y'all think about this video. Like I said, like she said, it's in the video perfectly. Like, we need to bring common sense back, bro. Like, a man cannot be a woman and a woman cannot be a man, and you can't interchange those genders or sexes. You cannot. That's just what it is, right? And it's absolutely insane that we genuinely have bathrooms in this country where a guy can go into the bathroom, pose as a woman, and go into the girl's bathroom, and vice versa. A girl can pose as a guy and go into the guy's bathroom. That's like, bro, there's a reason why there's a man and a woman. There's a reason why there's two genders. There's two burden of performances. There's two different standards. And there can only be two genders. But like she said, we need to go back to bringing common sense back. And let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, because the woke people are just out of control, in my opinion. But hey, Take care and peace.